My goodness, they are. As you look at this, we've got some incoming fire. Ah, right. They've stumbled on a German emplacement. Now, at this stage in the war, the Germans are putting together Kampfgruppen. These are almost ad hoc groups of troops, of armour, of transport, whatever they get their hands on. These troops might be Panzer Grenadiers, they might be Hitler Youth, they might even be Luftwaffe police, but they're pressed into service to defend the homeland, or fatherland. Now we can see the 29th are laying down, suppressing fire on the German position. The light tanks are coming up and doing what they do well. They're using their relatively light armour to dominate the battlefield here. We've got grenades going out. Some of these young Germans will be no older than 16, 17 years old, ex-Hitler Youth, pressed into service. Hitler had this belief that if he could only hold the Western Allies long enough, inflict enough damage upon them, make them pay for every metre of Germany they took with Allied blood, they may go to the negotiating table and then Hitler could persuade them to turn against the real enemy, which he saw as the Soviet Union. So whether these young Germans buy into that theory, whether they have been inculcated with Nazism as members of the Hitler Youth, or whether they're simply afraid of what might happen if they try and get home to defend their homes and families, if they're caught by some of the roaming SS units. They've already seen the bodies hanging from telegraph poles and what have you, with the notices around their neck saying this coward refused to fight for the fatherland. We don't know, there's going to be many ideas, many emotions going through their heads. In much the same way as our young Americans here, rather more impressive than the normal. Leading the German convoy, we have a KFTZ 222, which is a light armoured car. Did good service in North Africa. In fact, it's mounting a 20mm cannon, so still a dangerous bit of kit. Getting a bit elderly now. So it wouldn't fare too well against, for instance, the light tanks that the Americans have got. In the rear, we've got a 251, which is an armoured personnel carrier. That suggests, if they've got access to a 251, the so-called Hammermag, it's probably Panzer Grenadiers involved here somewhere, because only the Panzer Grenadiers really had access to that kind of transport. Could be veterans from Panzerlehrer. We really don't know. Now the Germans are bringing forward Panzer Grenadiers. They are checking the ground out. Remember, they know this ground. It's their ground. And as I said before, they are determined to make the Allies pay in blood for every metre that they seize. Without reinforcement, that's not going to be very many metres, I fear. But, ladies and gentlemen, here we can see those radio messages did not go unheeded. We've got some American armour coming in, a couple of Shermans. Now the 29th have flanked the German position, and the Shermans are coming in to firing range. Now we've got an M4A1 and we've got the M4A276 with that high velocity 6mm gun, which should be better able to take on the heavy armour on the King Tiger. It's going to be nip and tuck, it really is. What we actually need here is a firefly, but we haven't got one, so we're going to make good with what we've got. Now, we've got the American mortar firing on the Germans. The Americans are really now suppressing fire. The Americans they were taught in infantry school a simple mantra: find them, fix them, flank them, finish them. Right? Well, they found them all right, or the Germans found them. They've got to now fix them in position. And when they've done that, they must flank the position and then bring up suppressing fire to finish off the battle. So we see how we go on. That King Tiger is going to be a real thorn in the flesh now. If he gets a direct hit on any of the American armour, that's not so good. Right, and the 29th advancing. You can see there, topping up the Thompson. The Germans have taken over a deserted village to get some cover from incoming small arms fire. But that King Tiger is still dominating the battlefield. Come on, you need a flight of typhoons, where are you, Raff? Oh, we're going to have to wait a long day for that. Up, boy, fire. Keep their heads down, guys. There's a BAR, Browning automatic rifle, going off there. Now, hang on, here comes the A2. He's moving into a position. Don't let yourself get hit, guys. Well, not really right in front of me anyway. Now we've got the smoke marker down. This is marking the position for artillery. Okay, we've got some very brave guys there, getting very close to that monster. And as you can see now, they're flanking the Germans in the village. Get that suppressing fire down on them. King Tiger seems to be struggling to find the target. Maybe I was right, maybe they are. An inexperienced crew. Here goes the M5. It's an interesting thing to think that the gun on the M5 was designed originally by the Americans as an killer. If you compare that with the gun on the King Tiger, you begin to realise how things changed during the war. GMC's coming round, followed by the Jeep. Coming water fire. Hello, we've got a hit. Right, there are rounds coming down on the village. The Americans are in street fighting now. Grenades, bayonets. Come on, guys, remember, don't run into your own grenade blast. A common mistake amongst young recruits. The Germans have surrendered. Well done, I think. Can we give a round of applause please for History of the Making? They put together this display for us, give us a real feel of what it would have been like those last few weeks and months of the war. There we go. It's an interesting point. The Chappie arrived in service just in time for the Battle of the Bulge, but only two of them took part And it strikes me sometimes ironic that when you watch the film The Battle of the Bulge, the chappie stands in for the Sherman in it, and you get an idea of the difference in size when you see them together. So, there's Fury forming up. The Americans talk about what they call the Great Generation. They're the young people who took part in World War II, fighting